My name is Tim Challies. I'm a pastor at Grace Fellowship Church, and I'm a blogger at Challies.com. When I think of my own role models, I've been mentored primarily, I think, through books. I love to read, and I love to read books written by different authors, try and spread that around. And there's been some authors who have had a huge impact on my life, have mentored me in different ways. I think of John Owen, who's taught me how to battle sin and how to overcome sin. I think of Jeremiah Burroughs, who's taught me contentment, how to be content. And I could go on and on talking about the different men who have mentored me through the books they've written. As a pastor, I'm called by definition to be a role model and to live a life that's above reproach, therefore a life that's worthy of imitation. So in all of my life, I've got to be pursuing the Lord and finding joy in Him and delighting in Him, and then being willing to ask other people to follow me, to even imitate me, which can be the height of arrogance, it can be pride, or it can be humility to say, be like I am. So that can be a real battle in my own life, to be willing to say, be like me. And that's what it means in my life to be a role model. Who in your life needs you to be their role model?
I'm Rebecca Wagler, and I am a wife of almost 12 years to my husband Jason, and a mother to 4 little girls. And I'm also a teacher, and I run a photography business here in Toronto called Three Sparrows Photography, and have a very busy, full life, which I'm very thankful for. When I think of the words role model, I was thinking about this a lot and trying to think of what felt sort of true in those words to me, and I think it's people who are real and authentic. I feel like that's sort of the best way to be a role model and to teach and to sort of pass on to other people, whether they happen to be asking you questions or just sort of seeing through your life what's real. I try to always be sort of real with the people that I know, and I think that's what I gravitate to in other people. One person who I almost always come back to is my grandma. She was a pastor's wife for her whole married life, lived sort of in almost poverty, I would say. My grandpa was a writer and was busy and had a lot of responsibilities, and she sort of carried things and carried them very gracefully. She was really open and loving and was always opening her home and just giving of herself, even giving out of very little. I definitely think my role as mother is first and foremost, but I do feel like I benefit a lot just emotionally and spiritually for sure too, by having other things that I love and enjoy and pursue, and photography's been great in that way. I feel like it's something that has worked well with being a mother. It doesn't take me away from my primary role, but I do feel like it's been great to be able to pursue that, something that I enjoy and something that gives me sort of a creative outlet, which I feel like is really important for me, and sort of continuing to love my role of being mother. I feel like there's times when it can be very draining and take a lot of your emotional energy, so it's great to have something to do that is a completely separate outlet. So that's what it means to be a role model in my life. How about you? What are you doing to be a role model?